हाँ।
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to Module 3 IC Engines, the first lecture. And the first lecture on IC engine. IC engine is internal combustion engine. First thing let us know. When we are saying internal combustion engine, internal combustion engine then immediately what comes in the mind is there any external combustion engine also? Yes. The another is external EC engine. External combustion engine. EC engine, IC engine. Are you able to understand? Here students see, EC engine is external combustion engine. That is the combustion of the fuel will be taken outside of the engine cylinder. Whereas IC engine, internal combustion engine, that is the combustion of the fuel that takes place inside the engine cylinder. Then first thing we should know that why external combustion, why internal combustion. Here, when we are burning a fuel like coal etc., there will be a lot of residue after burning in the form of ash. Therefore, such type of fuel cannot be burnt inside the engine cylinder, because for every cycle it is required to be cleaned, which is impossible. Okay. Therefore, what we can say is when we are using coal etc., or fuels like coal etc., then the combustion is required to be carried out outside, and those flue gases also carrying a lot of pollution with it. Therefore, it needs some working fluid like water, which will be converted into steam, and that steam can be used as a working fluid in the engine cylinder. Okay. Therefore, the very common and simple example for the external combustion engine is the steam engine or locomotive engine. Okay. Easy. Steam engine. Or locomotive engine. Steam engine or the locomotive engine. Okay. Now, internal combustion engine, that means the combustion of fuel will be carried out inside the engine cylinder. When this combustion of fuel is carried out inside the engine cylinder means definitely there is supposed not to be any residue left after the whole combustion, right? Or that's supposed to be very negligible. That means, and the pollution must also be, pollutants must also be very less. Therefore, the fuels which are used in internal combustion engines are like petrol, diesel, gas, etc. Okay. Therefore, IC engines are internal combustion engines where the combustion of the fuel will be carried out inside the engine cylinder. Inside the engine cylinder. That means the fuel will be supplied into the engine cylinder. Okay. Whereas in case of steam engine etc., the fuel will be burnt outside, steam will be generated in a boiler, and that steam will be supplied to the engine cylinder. Therefore, that is external combustion engine, where the fuels used will be coal-like. Here, the internal combustion engine, where actually the combustion will be carried out inside the engine cylinder. Therefore, the fuels used will be like petrol, diesel, gas, etc. Okay, and these are the fuels. Here the fuels will be like coal, etc. Here, when these are the fuels, then what the example of these IC engines are: motorcycle, motorbike, means automobiles, car, motorbike, trucks, lorries, all automobiles. Aero engines, etc. Okay. In automobile you can say car, truck, even you can take down bikes, the bikes what you are running, and the cars. Okay. And all these are automobiles and aero engines, etc. That means in aeroplanes the engines used, these will be the IC engines, internal combustion engines, or otherwise the turbines will be used there. Okay. If aero engine is used, that is different, or otherwise the turbines will be used. Therefore, all automobile engines we can take down the example of. Instead of this, what we can say is all automobile engines. We can take down an example of this. We can use automobile engines and ships, etc. Instead of aero engine, we can take down the ships, and that means for the naval purpose, like that. Therefore, the examples what you can take here under the automobile are bikes, car, etc. Okay. Now, is it clear to all of you? What is external combustion engine? What is internal combustion engine? External combustion engine is an engine where fuel will be burned outside of engine cylinder. Why? Because if there is lot of residue left after combustion, then that cannot be burnt inside the engine cylinder. Therefore, fuels like coal, etc. is there. Then that's supposed to be taken into the external combustion, and after the combustion some working fluid like steam will be generated as in a boiler, and that will be supplied to the engine cylinder, as in case of locomotive engines or in steam engines, etc. Okay. Internal combustion engines are that where there is no residue left after the combustion of the fuel. You can take petrol or diesel, you can burn it on any pan. You can see that after burning it completely burns. There is no ash, no residue left after burning of this petrol or okay, are you able to take down the things? Is it clear to all of you? EC engine, IC engine. IC engine means where the fuels, when burned, there is no residue left after its combustion. Then such type of fuels, if we burn it directly into the engine cylinder, there is no problem. Whereas we can get higher efficiency. Therefore, The internal combustion engines are designed, they are developed, they got familiarized, they are commercialized, and they are in use with this concept. Therefore, whenever the fuels like petrol, diesel, gas, etc. are there in any automobile, any ship, that can be run just by burning of this fuel directly into the engine cylinder. Okay. Now another one more concept which I would like to give you is that these engines are also known as prime movers. Prime movers. At the time of turbines also I told you prime movers. And module 2. Prime movers. What are prime movers? Already explained to you at the time of turbines on the module 2. Prime mover means the primary motion or the mechanical energy generation. Okay. That is by using of a fuel, by the ignition of the fuel, having combustion of fuel, the thermal energy what we are getting, that will be getting converted into what we can say is mechanical energy. The production of the mechanical work, or the primary motion or rotation of a shaft is done by any device that is called prime mover. Okay, by using a fuel. Is it clear to you? Therefore, what you can say is that turbine is a prime mover because the fuel will be burned, that will be utilized, its energy will be utilized, any chemical energy or the fuel energy, etc. that could be utilized to get it converted into mechanical energy, so that the mechanical energy can be easily converted into electrical energy by having a electrical generator, right? Coupling that with an electrical generator. Therefore, what we can say is prime movers are very important. Any form of energy that will be converted into mechanical energy, then converted into electrical energy by the electrical generator. It's very simple, right? Therefore, these prime movers are turbines, are EC engines, are IC engines, etc. Is it clear to all of you? Therefore, these are also known as prime movers. The primary motion or the mechanical energy producing devices are the prime movers. These are IC engine, EC engine, turbines, etc. Is it clear to you? IC engines, EC engines, turbines, etc. These are the prime movers. Is it clear to all of you? What are EC engine, what are IC engine, you understood? We are not talking about steam engines now. Those are almost obsolete because the efficiency is very low. IC engines, these are in use and will be in use, and all automobiles, ships, etc. that will be run, even aero engines will be run by IC engine or some prime mover like this. Therefore, in this IC engine, what are the main parts of the IC engine? Now our chapter is, we are concentrating over internal combustion engine. In this first lecture, we should talk about the classification of internal combustion engines and what will be the very important and main parts of an IC engine. Okay, is it clear to you? Therefore, we will be talking both of these things simultaneously. We would like to give you the knowledge of these two things, the classification as well as the main parts of an IC engine. These two will be taking, and how this classification is done, all that will be taking into consideration. Therefore, no moving towards that. You understood what are prime movers, what are EC engine, IC engine, both of these will be the prime mover, okay, including the turbines also. that will be a prime mover. Now IC engine is our chapter. In this IC engine, now we are talking about classification of IC engine and how can we specify an IC engine, that we will understand very clearly in this first lecture only. In this now only. See, by taking various figures, that means a 2-stroke engine figure also I am putting here. 2-stroke engine. And I am putting a 4-stroke cycle engine also. Now 2-stroke engine and 4-stroke engine, taking these into example, both of these figures taking into consideration, we can talk about the various parts of an IC. Okay. Because there will be a little difference between a 4-stroke engine and the 2-stroke engine. Therefore, what is this 2-stroke engine and 4-stroke engine? Therefore, what I would like to talk you is the classification of IC engine also. Okay. The classification of IC engine, we will take classification based on various criteria. We can classify the IC engines into different types. Okay. And that classification, by taking various criteria, means according to, first let us take down, first according to thermodynamic cycle. Okay. According to thermodynamic cycle, we can classify this IC engines into 3 types. Otto cycle. On the basis of Otto cycle, we can take it as a classification, and in this classification, the criteria what we consider first, classification according to thermodynamic cycle. Because when we are talking about the fuel, burning of fuel inside the engine cylinder, definitely what plays the important role is the thermodynamics. Right? Therefore, on that basis, what are the different types of engine? Otto cycle, engine, diesel cycle engine. You take down this as A, B, because classification we are taking. Therefore, under first classification according to thermodynamic cycle, you can take down A, Otto cycle engine, B, diesel cycle engine, and C, dual combustion cycle engine. Or dual cycle engine you can say. Here you can understand. बात समझ में आ रही ना आप सबके? थर्मोडायनामिक साइकिल ऑफ ऑपरेशन जो है उसके बेसिस पे किस तरह से क्लासीफाई होता है ऐसी इंजन? ऑटो साइकिल इंजन, डीजल साइकिल इंजन, डुअल कंबस्शन साइकिल इंजन। ऑटो साइकिल इंजन का मतलब क्या? Here, Otto cycle is that where the combustion of the fuel takes place at constant volume. Therefore, you can say this as constant volume combustion. Constant volume combustion. the important operations of an IC engine or the functions of an IC engine is first understand actually. What happens? Fuel, air mixture or the air will be taken into the engine cylinder first. That is one function what we can call it as the suction. What is that? Suction. Okay. In case of a 4-stroke engine, a separate stroke of the piston will be there. What is the stroke of a piston also you come to understand when we are talking about the process. Stroke means from one end of the cylinder to the another end of the cylinder when the piston moves. This complete is known as one stroke. Right? A separate stroke is available in case of 4-stroke engine for this suction operation. Therefore, this function is one function. Okay. The second is the compression. That means keeping inlet wall and outlet wall both closed. Right. That means the suction valve and the exhaust valve both are put closed, and the piston will move towards the top dead center position or inner dead center position. What are these? You come to understand when the figure is here. Here you can say it as top dead center position. TDC. Anyhow, the briefly you understand here because we are doing the classification. Now, when the piston moves toward the top dead center position from the bottom dead center position or from the outer dead center position to the inner dead center position, when it moves, in case of horizontal cylinder or any other position the cylinder, we can say that the compression of the fuel air mixture or compression of the air will be taking place. That is the another important function in case of an IC engine. समझने दीजिए, IC इंजन की 4 important function है. एक है सक्शन, important function यहाँ पर ले लीजिए, इसको भी ध्यान में रखते चलिए. प्राइम मूवर्स तो समझे ना आप लोग? Important functions of an IC engine, right? Functions, important functions of an IC engine. What are those? Suction, समझ रहे हैं आप लोग? Compression, ये अच्छा समझो बेटे. 4 ऑपरेशन है ये, 4 इंपॉर्टेंट ऑपरेशन. सक्शन, कंप्रेशन, एक्सपेंशन, एक्शन. बताइए समझ. और इन दोनों के बीच में, कंप्रेशन और एक्सपेंशन के बीच में, क्योंकि एक्सपेंशन क्या है? ये वर्किंग है. इट इज वर्किंग और पावर स्ट्रोक और पावर प्रोड्यूसिंग. समझिए, कई चीज़ों से इसको एक्सप्लेन करूँगा आपको यहाँ तक कि कोई अच्छी तरह से समझ में आ जाए. समझिए, तो इन दोनों के दरमियान ये कंप्रेशन होने के बाद फिर एक्सपेंशन क्या मीनिंग रखता? यहाँ पर एक्चुअली combustion of fuel takes place in between these. Right? Once the compression is over, then combustion of fuel. What happens? Combustion of fuel takes. And when this combustion of fuel takes place in between, right? Then gases evolve, gases of combustion. They produces power and use the expansion stroke, pushes out the piston. Okay, that is actually working stroke, power stroke, and that is actual power generation. That is by burning of the fuel, the total combustion of the fuel. How this fuel is, the combustion of fuel is carried out and where it is carried out, that you understand. Very clear idea you get it. See, either this will be carried out at constant volume, because in a thermodynamic cycle all these functions will be carried out, all these will be the operations, right? All these operations will be taking place in one complete thermodynamic cycle. Okay, there will be suction, compression, expansion and exhaust. Now in this The combustion will also be shown in the thermodynamic cycle, and if this combustion of fuel is carried out at constant volume, that is known as the Otto cycle. What is that called? Otto cycle, and the engine is called Otto cycle engine. Is it clear to you? Okay. ऑटो साइकिल इंजन, ये ऑटो आपको बैठ के जाने वाला ऑटो समझेंगे कि हाँ ये ऑटो मोबाइल बोलेंगे नहीं, ऑटो साइकिल इंजन, OTTO ऑटो साइकिल इंजन मीन्स कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम कंबशन, राइटिंग ओनली कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम कंबशन, राइट. देन व्हाट अदर, if the combustion of fuel is taking place at constant volume, we are calling it as the constant volume combustion engine. Then what other? There will be constant pressure combustion also. If the combustion of the fuel is carried out at constant pressure, then such type of thermodynamic cycle is called constant pressure. बात आई समझ में आप लोग? Constant pressure combustion engine. देखो, combustion of fuel in a thermodynamic cycle, a combustion of fuel is taking place at constant volume, then such type of thermodynamic cycle is called Otto cycle, right? And that engine which works on it is called Otto cycle engine. And what else is possible? The combustion of fuel is possible at constant pressure also. If it is at constant pressure, then such type of cycle is called diesel cycle. That such type of thermodynamic cycle is called diesel cycle. Therefore, such engine is called diesel cycle engine, where the combustion is carried out at constant pressure. And what else is possible? Mixing of these two. Therefore, dual combustion we have it. Dual combustion cycle is also there, a thermodynamic cycle. Therefore, dual combustion engine is the combustion of the fuel that takes place partly at constant volume and partly at constant pressure. समझ गई बात? Therefore, that such type of thermodynamic cycle is called dual combustion cycle, and the engine is called dual combustion cycle engine. Clear? All of you समझ में आ गया ना? Therefore, here you can write combustion takes place. Combustion partly at constant volume and partly at constant pressure. बात आई समझ में आप लोगों के? समझ गए ना? एक्चुअली एक थर्मोडायनामिक साइकिल मतलब ये सारे फंक्शंस जो ऐसी इंजन के हैं वो पूरे अलग अलग ऑपरेशन से होते हैं. सक्शन ऑपरेशन, थर्मोडायनामिक ऑपरेशन भी देखने के लिए, राइट? ओके, thermodynamic process where suction operation is carried out. Then there will be a thermodynamic process where compression operation is carried out. This function of the IC engine is there. Then there will be a thermodynamic process where expansion will be taking place. Before this expansion, what is happening is combustion of fuel is taking place. May I show you the thermodynamic cycle for Otto cycle engine and diesel cycle engine, or it will be more complicated to you. Later anyhow you are going to see. If you want, you can see that in a PV diagram. Here it is a PV diagram I am showing you for this constant volume combustion. Okay, this combustion is constant volume, right? Before this combustion, what was there? Constant volume combustion. Due to combustion, pressure will be increasing. Before combustion, what will be there? Definitely there will be compression, means decrease in volume and increase in pressure. And before that, what is there? There will be a suction, right? Suction will be there. There will be a suction. expansion. It is like this. Then after once combustion is over, there will be expansion, okay, and there will be exhaust, expansion, it is compression and compression, it is combustion, this is expansion, right? After that there will be exhaust that will be taking place with, you can take it like this, because this expansion will be up to nearly very close to this. This expansion will be like this, ऐसा है, समझे? ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लॉसेस को रिड्यूस करेंगे हम. Then there will be a exhaust from here till here, like this. If all these operations will be carried out in a thermodynamic cycle, therefore you can force this like this. Okay. Is it clear to you? समझ में आया? समझने के लिए थर्मोडायनामिक साइकिल डाला हूँ, वो भी थ्योरेटिकल साइकिल यहाँ पे. ये ऑटो साइकिल है. इसके बजाय अगर डीजल साइकिल अगर होना है तो कंबशन विल बी एट कांस्टेंट प्रेशर. बात आ रही समझ में? कांस्टेंट प्रेशर पर कंबशन होगा. आपकी डालने की आसानी के लिए मैं डायरेक्ट फिगर डाल के आपको अपलोड नहीं कर रहा हूँ. कैसा डालना वो बता रहा हूँ. कंबशन विल बी एट कांस्टेंट प्रेशर. समझ में आ रही बात? क्या कंबशन हो रहा, तो कंबशन से पहले क्या होगा? कंप्रेशन होगा ना, जाहिर बात है. तो ये कंप्रेशन, समझे? ये कंप्रेशन होगा. तो कंप्रेशन से पहले क्या होगा? सक्शन होगा ना. सक्शन ए लिटिल बिलो एटमॉस्फेयर बताता हूँ. It can be shown as a single line also. That is at center of this one, you can take it as atmospheric pressure. It is atmosphere. Okay. ये एक ही लाइन से भी बता सकते हैं, सक्शन और एग्जॉस्ट. लेकिन सक्शन विल बी a little below atmosphere and exhaust will be a little above atmosphere. Therefore, I am showing by two lines. Whereas it can be shown by a single line also. That will become very simple to you. You can put like this, suction. Then at the time of exhaust, opposite arrow we will put it. That's all. Okay. Therefore, this is compression. Right? Before that, suction. Then the combustion takes place at constant pressure. After that, the same thing, expansion. Then you can take it as exhaust, and this exhaust will be along the same line also. Okay, it can be shown like this. It can be shown like this. Is it clear to you? When the combustion is at constant pressure, means these PV diagrams what I am showing you, these are known as indicator diagram. In case of indicator diagram, in case of IC exam, एक एक चीज एक एक बारीकी समझाते जा रहा हूँ मैं, बीच में समझने की कोशिश कीजिए आप लोग. These diagrams also known as indicator diagram, and these are known as theoretical. Theoretical means theoretically as the thermodynamic cycle how it's supposed to be, that is given. Whereas in actual, these sharp corners will not come. This will become rounded up like this. This will be rounded up, and this. There is no sharp corners. It comes like this and like this and like this. It comes like this and this like this. Are you able to understand? एक बात बोलूँ बच्चों में, देखो वो क्लासिफिकेशन क्या होगा, पूरा IC इंजन सीख लेते तो पूरा क्लासिफिकेशन में मेरा वे ऑफ टीचिंग जो है, ड्यूरिंग द क्लासिफिकेशन आई यूज टू से अबाउट वेरियस डिटेल्स ऑल्सो. Therefore this classification is so much prolonged. Otherwise classification I could have given you within 5 minutes. That's all. Right? Therefore, you understood this, right? Constant volume combustion, constant pressure combustion, this is auto cycle engine, this is diesel cycle engine. Is the combustion of the fuel takes place at partly at constant volume, like this. Partly at constant volume means partly at constant volume, partly at constant pressure. Before this, compression. After this, expansion, right? Then exhaust. Is it clear to you? Means the combustion will take place partly at constant volume and partly at constant pressure. It is like that. Okay. Anyhow, theoretical cycles I am giving you. The indicator diagram, these PV diagrams what we are getting, that is by a device that is called indicator, right? Engine indicator. From that engine indicator we are getting it, therefore it is known as indicator diagram, right? Now this given is because of the operations, clear processes, thermodynamic processes are shown by straight lines, therefore that is a theoretical indicator diagram, whereas actual indicator diagram will not have the sharp corner. Is it clear to you? Now let us take the next classification. अब इसमें अटके हुए रह जाएंगे आप लोग. चलो आगे ले क्लासिफिकेशन पे जाते हैं. जब ये देखे हैं तो इसके साथ एक ही बात और भी बहुत बताता चलूँ मैं आपको. द ऑटो साइकिल इंजन जो होता है, द कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम कंबशन जो होता है, इट इज यूजुअली डन इन पेट्रोल इंजन एंड गैस इंजन. इट इज यूजुअली डन इन petrol engine and gas engine. That means if the fuel is used, petrol or the gas, then that will be the Otto cycle engine. And diesel cycle engine at constant pressure combustion is carried out. This is the name diesel is given. You can understand. You can say immediately that it is in case of diesel engine. If the diesel engine means if the fuel is diesel. Diesel is the fuel and the cycle of operation that is used, thermodynamic cycle of operation which is used is called diesel cycle, right? Therefore, it is known as diesel engine. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Now let us take down the classification according to second classification is break down on the basis of fuel use only, because fuel you have seen here like that. On the basis of fuel use, you can write it. Second, according to or on the basis of, according to fuel used. Okay. Petrol. What are, tell me. You tell. What are the fuels used? Come on. Petrol. Yes. What is that next? Diesel. Okay. And what more? Okay, good. Gas. Any gas. Okay. It may be LPG gas, CNG gas, right? Etc. etc. Okay. Gas. Therefore, on the basis of fuel use, it can be classified on these places. If petrol is used, petrol engine. If diesel is used, diesel engine. If gas is used, gas engine. Then the next is the third classification we can take down. Spokes of the cycle. That means for completing one thermodynamic cycle, the piston makes how many strokes on that basis. As I told you, 2-stroke engine and the 4-stroke engine, a little difference is there. Oh, gone 4-stroke engine bigger. Okay, those indicator diagrams are come into the 4-stroke engine. Okay. You understood these indicator diagrams now? Okay. Operations. What are the various functions of an IC engine? Understood, no? Okay. Take care. All these functions also we are learning simultaneously. The parts also we will see how we are seeing. See, just now I told you petrol engine, right? Diesel engine and dual combustion engine, etc. In petrol, along with the classification as I told you, because when the classification we are doing is all the details of the IC engines we are learning. Okay. Therefore, the according to strokes of the cycle, that means in what each thermodynamic cycle, how many strokes the piston makes. That is either it makes 2 stroke or it makes 4 stroke. Therefore, on the basis of this number of strokes, we can say 4 stroke engine. And A, B. You take it as A, B. 4 stroke engine and 2 stroke engine. Okay. Right. The first classification on the basis of thermodynamic cycle, right? Otto cycle engine, diesel cycle engine, dual combustion engine. Okay. The second classification we have taken on the basis of fuel use. Is it that petrol engine, diesel engine, okay, and gas engine. And the third classification is on the basis of strokes of the cycle. There is 4 stroke engine and 2 stroke engine. Okay. In 4 stroke engine, all the 4 functions, all the 4 different operations are separately done using separate strokes. Suction stroke, a separate stroke will be there in 4 stroke engine. There is a suction stroke, there is a compression stroke, there is an expansion stroke, there is an exhaust stroke. Is it clear to you? Separate 4 strokes are there. But in case of 2 stroke engine, for 2 strokes of the piston, that means piston from top dead center position to bottom dead center position it reaches, and bottom dead center position to top dead center position it reaches. Then these are the 2 strokes. Right? During these 2 strokes only all the 4 operations to be carried out. You follow? Therefore, you can, when you understand and learn about the 2 stroke engine and 4 stroke engine, you will come to know that there is a crankcase, a closed, hermetically sealed crankcase, where part of the compression operation is carried out at the crankcase side also, and remaining operations are carried out within the engine cylinder during only the 2 strokes of a piston. That's all. Whereas in case of 4 stroke engine, separate strokes are there. During suction stroke, you can show like this. From top dead center position, it is moving down. There are rings, piston rings you can take, piston rings you can show, and all pins you can show here if you want. Any here piston, here you can take, and you can show. You can show it like this. Here you take this one is going down towards bottom dead center position, right? Bottom dead center position. From top dead center position, it is moving towards bottom dead center position. Moving down. It is your traction pin. Here it is connected to the crank pin. Right? It is a crank. Okay. Now the crank circle diagram. You can show crank circle like this. Okay. If you want to show a flywheel, you can show a flywheel also, a big flywheel. It can also be shown here separately on the same shaft. A flywheel can be shown. Anyhow, this you can show here on the same shaft you can show. Anyhow, what is this you are doing here is you are showing the separate stroke from top dead center position to bottom dead center position. There is a separate stroke, what you can say is suction, right? Then as it is moving from the bottom dead center position to top dead center position, there is compression, right? Then again during this, one more stroke, because 4 strokes are there, one more stroke, then we will be having expansion, right? Then during this last stroke, we will be having exhaust. Are you able to understand? That means for all separate each of the stroke, as the piston is moving from top dead center position to bottom dead center position. Piston is moving from here. This is the piston. Piston is moving from here to here. Then this crank pin is moving from this position to this position. Then this whole what you are getting is the suction stroke. Next, both the valves will remain closed. How about this operation taking place? All those details in working we will see. Therefore, what you can say is all the functions are carried out in 4 separate strokes. Whereas in 2-stroke engine, all the 4 operations as well as the combustion, including combustion, will be carried out within the 2 strokes. Okay, is it clear to you? Right. Now, on the basis of number of cylinders. Before number of cylinders, so why not to take down ignition on the basis of ignition we take according to ignition. That is ignition of the fuel. Whether the fuel is ignited by giving a spark or by injecting, spraying the fuel in compressed air. On that basis, we can say spark ignition engine. SI engine, we call it as SI engine, and very often the petrol engines are SI engines. As your motorbikes you are seeing, there is a spark plug, you know. Therefore, spark ignition is taking place there. आपकी बाइक में स्पार्क प्लग होता नहीं है ना, तो स्पार्क प्लग यानी क्या, it gives the spark to ignite the fuel. Once ignition takes place, then there will be completion of the combustion will be followed and completion of the combustion takes place. Then another is compression ignition. Compression ignition. क्लियर, समझ में आ रहा है? COM. Compression ignition, CI engine, and this is very often in case of diesel engine. In case of diesel engine, this will be there. Therefore, there will be a fuel injector in case of this. In case of this one, the spark plug, as we are showing the spark plug here. In case of petrol engine, this spark plug will be there. Now, in case of CI engine, the compression ignition engine, there will not be spark plug. Instead of spark plug, there will be fuel injector. That will be there. Is it clear to you? That is why I am showing you in the diagram also. It is spark plug. Okay. Now, instead of spark plug, anyhow, let us partly complete your classification. Therefore, according to ignition, spark ignition generally this will be in petrol engine. Spark ignition engine means that is petrol engine or gas engine. Whereas compression ignition, that is diesel engine. Okay. There is also electronic ignition, electromagnetic ignition, etc. All those details are not required for you. This is enough. On the basis of ignition, the classification may be spark ignition, compression ignition. Maximum you will put electronic ignition. No more details. Okay. Then, on the basis of, it can be classified on the basis of number of cylinders used. Okay. In an engine, how many cylinders are there? According to number of cylinders. कितने सिलेंडर का इंजन है माँ? वो समझ मेरी बात? एक सिलेंडर आपकी मोटर बाइक में बसूंगा, समझे? कार है, ट्रक है, those engines will be multi-cylinder engines, you know. Therefore, according to number of cylinders, we can write it as single cylinder engine, twin cylinder engine, two cylinders. Okay. Or multi-cylinder engine. Just like in no engine, there will be 6 cylinders, right? V engine, inline engines, cylinders, inline engines, etc. Therefore, there are number of cylinders. Engines are the multi-cylinder engine, cars, trucks, etc. There will be more than 2 cylinders available. Therefore, those are the multi-cylinder engines. Now, on the basis of position of the cylinder, position of cylinder. As these cylinders have shown vertical cylinder, there may be cylinders horizontally positioned, there may be cylinders inclined position, there may be cylinders positioned in the V shape, there may be cylinders positioned in the hexagonal shape in case of no engine, like that. Okay. Therefore, what we can say is, on the basis of position of cylinder, we can write horizontal engine, horizontal cylinder engine, horizontal. समझ में आ रही बात? सिलेंडर इंजन, ऐसी इंजन क्या होता पूरा क्लियर समझ में आ रहा है बात? अब तक तो यूज करते थे, अब चीज क्या है समझ जाओ, समझो क्या होता है इसके अंदर, पूरा डिटेल आप लोगों को वाकिफ हो जाएंगे। सुभान अल्लाह। तो कितने सिलेंडर है आपकी मोटर बाइक में? एक ही सिलेंडर है बटे, समझ में आ रही बात? तो एक सिलेंडर का इंजन हो। इसी तरह से हॉरिजॉन्टल सिलेंडर इंजन में भी है, वर्टिकल सिलेंडर इंजन में भी है, वर्टिकल सिलेंडर, मेरी मोटर बाइक का सिलेंडर वर्टिकल है, समझे? इंक्लाइन सिलेंडर इंजन, V engine, no engine, etc. V engine means the cylinders are arranged in the V shape. No engine, the cylinders are arranged in the hexagonal shape. 6 cylinders will be there. Arrangement like that. Inline cylinders arrangement will be there, like that. On the basis of position of the cylinders, it can be horizontal cylinder, vertical cylinder, V-shaped arrangement, inclined cylinder, no engine means hexagonal arrangement, etc. This is enough for you. Now, the 7 classification also we can take, like that many classifications we can make in case of an IC engine. Okay, we will close it. Taking one more important, that is on the basis of cooling, method of cooling, we close it. This classification we close by taking one more classification, that is according to method of cooling. Okay, because in motorcycles we are not putting any water for cooling purpose or no coolant, etc. Then how it is getting cooled? Air, right? There will be fins on the cylinder. You have seen, no? Fins are there. Those fins are taking the air and dissipating the heat from the cylinder into the air. That means transferring heat from the cylinder to the air through this thin surface. Through this thin surface. Why this thin surface? Because more interacting surface to increase the heat transfer area, fins are provided, so that better heat transfer can be carried out. High rate of heat transfer can be carried out. For that purpose, fins etc. are there in our motorbike cylinders. We are able to see plate type what we are seeing. Whereas the cylinder is very chota inside centrally. Whereas all those what we are seeing is those are the fins. समझ में मेरी बात? आओ आप वर्कशॉप में आइए, बता दो तुम्हें इसको एक बार. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू मेथड ऑफ कूलिंग, द एयर कूलिंग, as I told, air cooling. कुछ ऑटोस और कुछ आपके ट्रॉलीज, कुछ कार्स वगैरह देखते हैं जिसके अंदर जीप वगैरह देखते हैं जिसके अंदर पानी डालते हैं रेडिएटर वगैरह में. तो वाटर कूलिंग, वाटर जैकेट्स विल बी देयर एंड दोज वाटर जैकेट्स आर filled up by water cooling. Nowadays, many of the automobiles are coming not to fill up the water, only the coolant will be supplied in that, the coolant cooling. The organic coolant will be used for the cooling purpose. Organic coolant is used for the cooling purpose, therefore that type of cooling will also be there. Okay. In this way, we stop the classification. No various further more criteria. This is enough for you. Therefore, on the basis of cooling also, when air cooling is there, the fins will be provided like this. As the fins are shown, fins will be bigger as compared to cylinder. You can see your motor. Here I have shown, so that we are concentrating more over the piston and cylinder. Now, water cooling, water jackets will be there, right, outside of the cylinder, engine cylinder. Coolant jackets will be there, and that will be cooling the cylinder. Okay. Now, let us see, after knowing classification clear to one of you, you understood what is the classification on the basis of thermodynamic cycle, Otto cycle, diesel cycle, fuel combustion cycle. Okay. Otto cycle, the combustion is carried out at constant volume. Diesel cycle at constant pressure, whereas fuel combustion partly at constant volume, partly at constant pressure. Okay. On the basis of fuel use, petrol engine, diesel engine, gas engine, etc. Okay. On the basis of application, etc., many things we can take down. Only few of the things we are taken. On the basis of the spokes, we can say there is a 2-stroke engine, 4-stroke engine. Okay. Then on the basis of you have taken, what is that? Number of cylinders, single cylinder, multi-cylinder, etc. Okay. On the basis of position of the cylinder, we can say position of the cylinder may be vertically positioned, horizontally positioned, inclined position, V arrangement, or gnome engine type, the hexagonal arrangement, like that, inline arrangement of the cylinders, etc. Okay. On the basis of cooling, etc., that is also what you can say is air cooling, water cooling, or organic fluid coolant. Fluid is used as a coolant, and that type of cooling. Now, after knowing this, remaining classifications not essential. These many are enough for you. Now, after knowing the classification, let us know about an IC engine, its various important parts. Because important functions of an IC engine you have learned. The suction. So as the classification we have finished, we are stopping that. Then you will take on the important parts of an IC engine. First, important functions of an IC engine. Of an IC engine, that is, as you have taken suction, okay, or you can say functions or operations of an IC engine. Suction, compression, expansion and in between these two, we should have ignition and combustion. Ignition and combustion. This operation carried out. Though I am not giving any number to this, ignition and combustion will take place during this compression expansion. End of this is starting off this like that. Then fourth is exhaust. Air or air fuel mixture. Depending on the petrol engine, air fuel mixture will be taken. In case of diesel engine, air only will be taken during the suction stroke. And compression stroke the same. By closing both the valves, suction valve and the exhaust valve, the compression of that mixture or the air will be carried out. And in expansion, once ignition is given and the combustion of the fuel takes place, gas is evolved and that exerts walls over the piston and power stroke is there and hence the expansion stroke is there. Right? Then once the expansion stroke is over, the gases of combustion is to be exhausted out from the cylinder for the next cycle of operation. Therefore, exhaust valve opens and piston moves up and the exhaust stroke carried out. These are the four different functions of an IC engine. Okay. Now, important parts of an IC engine. These important functions will be seen in detail in case of each type of working of the engine, working of each type of engine. Note this. Important parts of an IC engine. Important parts. What are those important parts? When IC engine we are saying it is piston cylinder engine. Piston cylinder engine when we are saying, then immediately we should take first part piston. Okay. Second cylinder. Now, this is the cylinder, right? This hole is the cylinder. This hole is the cylinder. This is the piston, connected by a piston rod and then by a connecting rod. Okay. Then there will be a crank. That means, okay. This is the cylinder, engine cylinder. This is the piston. Okay. Now on the piston, these lines are marked here. Actually, these are the piston rings. What are those? Piston rings. Because we can take piston rings. Okay. To have a proper fit between the cylinder and the piston while they are moving, and there should not be any leakage from the upper side of the from the head of the cylinder towards the crank side. Okay. Therefore, to avoid this leakage, there will be piston rings and a proper functioning will be carried out. Then, what more is there? You can see this is inlet valve, this is the exhaust valve, there is a spark plug. If the spark plug is not there, in case of diesel engine, compression ignition engine, there will be a fuel injector. Okay. Therefore, we can write piston rod, then connecting rod. This is the piston rod. Okay, you can put it in the figure also. This is piston. This hole you can write it as cylinder. Okay. Then this we can write it as connecting rod. This we can write it as crank. And this we can take it as crankshaft or main shaft. Okay, it is crank circle, and this you can take it as flywheel. drawing this on the board is, I'm not posting a drawing and directly to you. Why? How to draw you also to understand that. Okay, and how to label. Now this is inlet wall. This is exhaust valve. Spark plug. Therefore, all these are the important parts. Therefore, we can write piston rod. Then after connecting rod. Connecting rod. Okay. Then we can take down crank, crankshaft. As you have seen, what more you have written? Crank, crankshaft, then flywheel, then this is piston rod is connected by a connecting rod by means of a gudgeon pin here, and this connecting rod is connected to the crank by a crank pin. Therefore, that can also be written connecting rod. Here you can put in extra gudgeon pin and crank pin. This I will explain you. Okay. Flywheel. Then after we come to the head of the cylinder. What are they? Inlet valve, exhaust valve, then spark plug. Spark plug in case of IC engine, SI engine, that is spark ignition. If it is CI engine, compression ignition, then fuel injector will be there. Therefore, what we should write? Spark plug or fuel injector. Fuel injector in case of diesel engine. Spark plug in case of petrol or gas engine. SI engine, CI engine. You can write SI engine. It is in case of CI engine, compression ignition engine. Are you able to understand? These are the very important parts. Whereas in case of two-stroke engine, the crank case is also playing very important role. Therefore, we should take down crankcase. In case of two-stroke engine, crankcase, for two-stroke engine, you write down in the bracket. Two-stroke engine. Is it clear to all of you? Crankcase for two-stroke engine. Spark plug for SI engine, spark ignition engine, or fuel injector for compression ignition engine. Right? Now, connecting rod as written, gudgeon pin and the crank pin. Here actually, the figure you can show still better way. How this crank you can show modified like this with a balancing weight on the other side, and you can show a crank like this. समझ मेरी बात? इसलिए वो फिगर डाल के ये बता रहा हूँ मैं, डायरेक्ट हो रहा तो ये होना ज़रूरी नहीं है। आप वैसा सिंपल फिगर डालिए आप, समझ मेरी बात? तो ये बताना चाह रहे हैं तो क्रैंक को ऐसा कर सकते हैं। अब ये कनेक्टिंग रॉड यहाँ से पिस्टन से ला के क्रैंक को कनेक्ट कर रहा, तो इसका भी शेप बनाया जा सकता है। यहाँ छोटे से यहाँ बड़ा आएगा, ये छोटा गudgeon पिन होगा, यहाँ आके बड़ा पिन हो जाएगा, ये आई हिस्सा जाएगा। समझ मेरी बात? ये आई हिस्सा जाएगी। तो इस तरह से कनेक्टिंग रॉड को बता सकते हैं, समझे? तो इस तरह से इसके फिगर को चेंज कर सकते हैं। और इसी तरह से ये सिलेंडर को भी बता सकते हैं, बड़े बड़े फिन्स लगा के। We can show big fins here, showing this cylinder. ऐसा भी रख सकते हैं। इसलिए तो मैं आपको डायरेक्ट पिक्चर पोस्ट नहीं किया, क्योंकि क्या क्या कर सकते हैं वो आप अपनी मर्जी से कर सकते हैं। यानी तो आप सिर्फ सिंपल लाइन डायग्राम बता दे सकते हैं। समझ मेरी बात? इट इज ऑल अराउंड द सिलेंडर दिस फिन्स, वो दिखा रहा हूँ मैं। समझे, इधर अलग नहीं है, ये पूरे अराउंड द सिलेंडर है, all around the cylinder these fins are there, as you can see in your motorbike, very easily अगर समझ में आ जाता, बड़ा सिंपल वे में अर्थ है। ये स्पार्क प्लग की जगह पे फ्यूल इंजेक्टर आएगा। अब देखो 2 स्ट्रोक इंजन और 4 स्ट्रोक इंजन में थोड़ा फर्क और है, चाहे वह इनलेट वाल्व है यहाँ और यहाँ पर इनलेट पोर्ट है, इनलेट पोर्ट, इसको जान लेंगे इनलेट पोर्ट, समझे। यहाँ पर क्या है, इनलेट वाल्व है, ये क्या है, इनलेट वाल्व। इसी तरह से एग्जॉस्ट पोर्ट है, इनलेट वाल्व से क्या होता है, ये गैसेस अंदर आएगी और एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर अंदर आएगा। एग्जॉस्ट से क्या होगा, बाहर जाएगा, ऐसा बता सकते हैं, ये बाहर जाएगा, समझ में। तो ताकि हमें डालने में कॉम्प्लिकेशन ना हो, इसके पहले लाइन डायग्राम होता है, फिर इसके बाद उसके सारे डिटेल्स को डालते जा सकते हैं, समझ में बात। इसको इस किस्म की यहाँ पर पैकिंग में ला सकते हैं। तो वह अब क्या था, इनलेट पोर्ट, ये एग्जॉस्ट पोर्ट, वो क्या था, एग्जॉस्ट वाल्व, क्या है, एग्जॉस्ट वाल्व, समझ मेरी बात। ये एग्जॉस्ट वाल्व है, ये एग्जॉस्ट पोर्ट है। यहाँ पर एक और चीज होती है इसके अंदर, ट्रांसफर पोर्ट, क्योंकि ये क्रैंक केस, ये जो है क्लोज क्रैंक केस होता है 2 स्ट्रोक इंजन में, ये क्रैंक केस क्या है, हर्मेटिकली सील्ड होता, यानी कि लीकेज प्रूफ। हर्मेटिकली सील्ड का मतलब लीकेज प्रूफ। तो ये क्रैंक केस जो है, तो एक क्रैंक केस में भी पार्टली द एयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर इज कंप्रेस्ड, then it will be transferred to the cylinder side on the top of the piston. Therefore, there will be a transfer port. This is transfer port, TP. What you can write it? Transfer port. Transfer port. ये आपको 4 स्ट्रोक इंजन में नहीं मिलेगा, यहाँ पर मिलेगा। ये होता है ट्रांसफर पोर्ट, जहाँ से गैसेस ये compressed air from the crankcase, enter into the engine cylinder. When this piston comes down on the top of the cylinder, it will enter, not here, अभी यहाँ नहीं, यहाँ तो क्लोज होना चाहिए था ये। और जरा बड़ा बताएंगे, चलो पिस्टन को, हाँ, ये पोर्ट क्लोज रहता है, जब नीचे आ जाएगा तो ये ओपन होगा, तो ये ट्रांसपोर्ट पोर्ट से ट्रांसफर, बात नहीं समझते, पिस्टन इटसेल्फ विल क्लोज दिस पोर्ट। समझ में ये बात, ये पूरे पार्ट समझ में है आपको। ऐसी इंजन में क्या क्या पार्ट्स होते हैं, पिस्टन इम्पोर्टेंट विच इज रेसिप्रोकेटिंग इन द सिलेंडर, सिलेंडर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन विच inside the cylinder only the gases, the ignition and combustion of the fuel will take place and gases evolve. Piston ring, to avoid the leakage from one side of the piston to another side, the piston rings are there. Then piston rod to connect the connecting rod from the piston movement to the crank, the piston rod will be there. At then connecting rod will connect one end of the piston rod to the crank. At the piston rod it will be connected by a gudgeon pin, small pin, whereas at the crank side a crank pin will be there, a bigger pin. Therefore the connecting rod will be from a smaller dimension to the larger dimension. That's a connecting rod as it is shown here. Gudgeon pin, crank pin. The crank balancing weights will be there everywhere. That the whole shaft, on the shaft only this crank positions will be there on the basis of number of cylinder. A single cylinder is there, well and okay, all the parts you understood very clearly. Any doubt in it? Then we will be moving towards understanding 2-stroke engine, working of 2-stroke engine, working of 4-stroke engine, then working of SI engine and working as CA engine, means petrol engine and diesel engine. These differences if we study, then the various calculations connected with the IC engine we will talk about. Okay, thank you very much. You study well, and for the test you prepare. This will be there in your second test, and prepare now itself. Start preparation now itself for the second test. Okay, thank you very much.